Today, I'm not ready to be seen, so instead I will be having this mannequin perform my book report, Greg Huffman's book report, Ender's Game. I'm jesting, or am I? I'm at Kay's house, Kayleah Limb's house in St. George. Oh yeah, it's actually a nice house, so the mannequin's cool, but give me one moment. Ah, yeah, it's a nice day out too. So it's April 2nd of 2023. Look, I got a cool little setup here. Just sit down, drink my drink. Look at the red rock around here. St. George, Utah, not the dragon slayer, but the potato flavor. Potato flavor. Saint. And it's fitting. Should I sit? I could just sit here. I mean, I'd have to move this thing. Let me try to move this. Just like real quick. Oh yeah. Hi-ya. Wait, is this gonna work? Might. Alright. So. Actually, this isn't as comfortable as I was hoping. Whatever. We're talking about Ender's Game today, which is fitting. Kay actually introduced this book to me. I don't know what to do this. Focus. I don't know. She says her favorite book, and the guy is Orson Scott Card. Is that right? I think so. Is from Utah. I'm trying to remember. I think it's about near Salt Lake City or something. No. And he has. I think he's Mormon or former. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But he's from Utah. So, man, I need like a cool background though for this. Should I switch it? Maybe I could like. Hold on. Let me try to reorient this. There. Now we have some background. So, talk about this book. And if you can see how far I am, I feel like I'm like 2/3 of the way. I'm like page 195. I don't have a lot of quotes from this book. In fact, he talks about, he's like, I don't understand, which, just realized I don't know where my phone is. I'll return. Yay, I found it. It's my Z Flip 3. I have to use my chin. See, it folds. I need to get a new screen on it though. Isn't that beautiful, my wallpaper? And then you open it up. Boom. That's the good shit. I like to sometimes forget what I look like, so I like to have it on the front of my phone. So anyway, in this book, he talks about, I think I read the whole introduction. Luckily, the introduction didn't spoil anything, as far as I know. He's like, with the point of training, which is the game in here, it's war training. I don't know, I'm so out of breath today. I need to get back in shape. Even like walking around, it's like, I need a military training, man. I need to go to boot camp. Something. Alright. When he was like, training is, like, what does it say? Something without consequences? Goddamn, I should have wrote that down. The purpose of training is to enact something without the fear of consequences or something. Off to a great start here. I was like turning a random page and hope I land on that silly quote. Did I write this down on my phone? I don't think I did. I mean, it's not even important. It's like the random. I need to clear that out. Oh yeah, WrestleMania 39 night 2. Night 1 was good. Yeah, I don't know why I'm killing time, but it should be interesting. Cody Rhodes gonna win a title, man. Allegedly. All right, let's see. Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, I didn't write it down. All right, but at the beginning of the book, is this it? Man, I'm so out of it today. Hold on, let me form it. Oh yeah, in the introduction, where he's talking about how he's Mormon and all. He's like, I don't see most readers caring about dazzling word use. And I'm like, or he's like, I hope not. I was like, man, well, that's gonna cut me out. I'm gonna, I wish he uses more purple prose. It's weird because I used to hate purple prose. I'd be like, yeah, beige prose is where it at, man. You don't need a bunch of, meaningless blah blah blah. But it just, I don't know, it grew into me. It's weird to have a lot of things where I start off a certain way and then I like do a complete 180. So The book doesn't have dazzling prose by his own admission, so that's probably why I didn't mark down too many paragraphs. I only have like 2 marked paragraphs I'm going to talk about. It's pretty to the point. In a lot of ways, I wish I understood more, because a lot of times he'll talk about like something that's going on, and it's almost too concise, where you don't really get a feel for the characters, I feel like. But I don't think I've ever been really bored by the book the whole way. It's possible I space out sometimes while I'm reading, so part of me doesn't really understand the game. He has this strategy where he's like, so there's something that has to do with freezing. They're like, if you can freeze people and disable people. I think I missed, I don't remember how it differentiates, because in one game he freezes his own teammate and like has his team hide behind him and stick their arms out through the guy's arms, like a fucking one of those sketches from that. What's that one? Not Whose Line? Is it Whose Line? Is it anyway? Yeah, something like that. And you do their arm, but anyway, I don't know where I'm getting with this. Alright, so anyway, yeah, they do the war games. He also has a thing where gravity is weird, and so he'll have people, like, be upside down so they can only, like, I'm showing my feet. Oh, yeah, here's a good time to show my feet anyway, because I've got a fucking 7-Up sock. Is that 7-Up? Yeah, and a Mario sock, so it's always good to have those. These are comfy, but they have holes in the pockets. So that's cool, I guess. So there's the war games. That's the main gist of the thing. And then, oh yeah, colonograph. But I'm at the point in the book where the colonel, whatever, is it colonograph? And then Ender becomes a commander at this point in the book. And he's like, it's either trying to sabotage him, or he's like making him, he's like, they're supposed to only do 1 game a day, But he'll just have like 30 minutes before, like, where they're just chilling out, and he'll be like, surprise, I'm giving you a second game. So at first you think like he's trying to sabotage him, but then now they're also hinting that it might be because they have this, what is his name? Something Rackham is this legendary fighter, and there's like no footage of his fights. So I don't know if he's just like what do you call it? Like who's that character from the Blade Runner book? Climbing that hill. God damn it, because there's that song. I can't remember the goddamn guy's name. Mercerism, yeah. So Mercer, he might be like a Mercer religious figure, where like it's, there's this legend behind him that's not true. I don't know. I haven't got there yet, and I don't think I'll read the sequels, but I'll definitely finish this one. Like I said, it's easy to get through at least. I don't ever feel like, I don't completely space out to the point where I understand the plot as it goes along. Some books, they're almost like play too weird with the dialogue or how they say things. Sorry, my brain is just out of it a little bit today, I guess. And so it's hard. I'm like circumlocuting or something. Alright, itch on my finger. And I'm getting lost in my train. My train is lost. Shit now. Well, damn it. Now I lost where I was. Oh, yeah, so he's being sabotaged. You think he might be sabotaging him, but they might actually be setting him up so that he can become... They need somebody to take out these buggers or whatever. That's why they call them the buggers, or like these aliens attacking their planet, I guess. And, so they need like these warriors. And there's like, I'm not gonna, instead of learning the tactics from the humans, they're like, they don't ever have any innovative plans, or they don't do anything that's especially foolish, because they're just mediocre, but you can predict what they're gonna do. They do it well, but it's not ever genius, but it's not ever stupid either. So he's like trying to learn strategies from the buggers instead of the humans or whatever. And what do I have to say next? There's also background, this like side story that it seems like it just started kicking in, where his sister, it's his sister and Peter's like a fucking sadist, like almost like serial killer vibes, he has this, I know a person like this, actually, where they know specifically how to target your weaknesses. They're like, I know exactly what you don't want to hear, and I'll do it, and probably why it turned out so fucked up, and no names though, I guess. But yeah, Peter and his sister is kind of the opposite, where she knows just how to compliment people, but she's seemingly a good person. So, but anyway, they're doing this net thing. So I don't know, it's like I was like, is this the internet? Because they're like the nets, we're on the nets. And then they have these aliases where the sister's named Demosthenes. Is that no, I'm thinking Democritus, maybe. The guy that was associated with Leucippus and the Adams, the philosopher. Anyway, Demosthenes was a speaker, I believe. Okay, Demosthenes, I need to read about him more. Demosthenes and Locke, which I'm guessing is like John Locke, the social contract and all that shit. So, Locke and Demosthenes, that's Peter is going by Locke online, and they're like there's like this scheme they're trying to plot to take over, like politically. I don't really understand exactly how it works, but they got plot armor and fucking plot is like, the plot will get you there if you get the writer, whether it makes sense or not. The ineluctable going on. And I think there's like Kay was telling me this book about Speaker of the Dead, so maybe that it tells you where their plan goes. I don't know how far it'll get in this book. Is there anything else I need to speak about in this book? Oh yeah, so Orson, like as I was reading this, I was sitting next to Kay on the couch. I'd be like, is he a narcissist, or he seems to have like this persecution complex because not only is everyone against him, but he's like, I'm this genius. Like in the introduction, he talks about special kids, and I have like a whole bunch of things, like this line where this was it a counselor or something was taught, sent him letters like, that's not how like not special needs kids, but like gifted children act, But then you have people that were the gifted kids, I think, mailing him and be like, yeah, well, these are people that relate to me. But yeah, I don't know, it seems like he has this persecution complex where everyone's against him. So I would like to know more about his childhood or something, if there's videos of that as a biography, why he's writing it this way, why everyone's against him, and he feels like, because he wins like all the games, like I think he loses like one game in the beginning, but just because it was his first game and he was fighting like this pro, and there's this term launcher, I don't understand, is that just I forgot what the launchers are. It's like this team, launchies, he gets a team with these launchies, don't matter. But like he loses that game, but still does really well, but then never loses again since then. I don't think, even when he has the fucking, like the guy's cheating, just to test him, I guess. Second game, all of his team's tired. The team is cheating, because they tell him exactly what's gonna happen. Like, what is it? It's like all of his normal setup is gone or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to remember all the details of that. But anyway, even when they cheat, he still manages to decimate, It's just a matter of degrees as how badly he wins. Like, does he have a Pyrrhic victory or something? So it's interesting. It's like, he's the best Mary Sue kind of character, I guess, to a certain degree. But, I'm going to get to some passages in this game, but so far, when I was thinking back to how he says the human opponents, or like, it's clear, like, they have a clear what they're going for, but there's nothing genius, nothing really stupid. That's probably how I feel about this book. It's not something I probably read again, but I'm able to smoothly read it. So yeah, that's probably my review, is the line he used about the military tech, the IF, I think, Imperial Federation. No, I don't remember what it is. It's the IF though. But how he said the IF tactic, that's probably how I feel about this book. It's a clear path, you can read it, but it doesn't have anything dazzling by his own admission, but there's nothing stupid, and it's easy to follow. So I'm going to go over some passages, I guess, before I sign off. There's only like 2, so, as by his own admission, he doesn't want dazzling dialogue, so I'll be right back. Alright, so, Maladroit. Alright, so I'll just read part of it. There were times when Ender was very angry with Bernard. So, wait, it's not his brother. Oh, there's all these. Okay, he was a tormentor. So I forgot to mention this. There's these different people who he specifically, like, there's several. I can't remember the other one right off. Dink or something. But there's like a few people that come up where he's either on their team and they're jealous of him, whatever. But he's like, all right. So this is one of the first people who has to deal with it. at the new school, the battle school. What enraged Ender was how willingly the others went along with him. Surely they knew there was no justice in Bernard's revenge, because, like, what did Ender do to him? Hit him or something? I can't remember. To be able to tell from a barn that he was a snake. But see, they're saying all this, like he's a tormentor and stuff, but they're not really showing it, because before this, I'm like, well, how do we know this? We don't ever hear about what he's actually doing. Like, it's like, you know, in a book, it's like show, don't tell. You know, you got to show us what's going on, but he's not really doing that. He's just, it's like if somebody say, this guy's clever, but we don't actually see him being clever. So, anyway, let's go to the next one. Alright, this just shows off the Peter and the Val character. Val is a sister. We don't think like children, do we, Val? We don't talk like children. They're all adults. We don't write, because they're all geniuses. For discussion, it began with death threats, blah, blah, blah. Writing was something Val did better than Peter. They both knew it. Peter had even named it once, when he said that he could always see what other people hated most about themselves, that's what I was talking about, and bully them, while Val could always see what other people liked best about themselves and flatter them. It was a cynical way of putting it, but it was true. So that's what I was talking about these characters. And then maybe they're supposed to be like the extremes of Ender's character, like they're representing, what do you call it, the poles of him. You know, they're like the good angel and the bad angel sitting on his shoulders, I guess. Alright, so that's Ender's Game. I still have to finish it, but, you know, I'm sure, I don't know, fuck it. It's just Greg Huffman's book report on Ender's Game. Alright, bye.